Stacy, I'm coming at you with my punishment video, buddy. I have finished the book yesterday, The Fault in Our Stars by Mr. Green, and we both read it. I know you've read it multiple times. I don't feel the need, well, I listened to it. But either way, I don't feel the need to go into an in-depth book report. So I'm just going to give a brief highlight. A girl has cancer named Hazel. Hazel meets a boy who's a survivor named Augustus. They fall in love. Augustus gets sick, they go to Amsterdam. Then finds out Augustus gets sick, and at the end Augustus dies. Hazel doesn't, though she knows her time is left, but she feels grateful to have been able to have the chance to love him. Good story, honestly. My issue was I didn't like it. I wanted to. I'm not a fan of reading, as you know. Listening to the book definitely made it bearable. But it was so full of teen angst, teen romance. I couldn't, for the first, I'm gonna guess about 10 chapters, tell the difference between it and Twilight, on the romance side. That said, though, my big issue I had with it was actually Mr. Green's writing style. When you think about some of the great literature works, like The Great Gatsby, the dialogue on it is very natural. These are people, and you can tell that. They have their own they have senses of humor, they have goals, they have dreams, but more to the point, their dialogue shines through in all of it. Gatsby spent years honing every word. Fitzgerald spent years honing every word and everything he did. Any time that But I didn't get that sense in this one. What I got was the sense of Mr. Green trying to show he was one of the great writers by writing epic prose, but never actually got to the point of it, never actually was able to capture the humanity like a Shakespeare. So as stands, it came off as every character speaking inhumanly to show how intelligent they are, while speaking as arrogantly as possible, which makes sense for a couple, like her friend who put on fake accents and fake airs. When you read lines from the main character, like, I always liked people who had two names because it gave you the choice as to which one you wanted to call them. That's not a human thought. That's not a human response. It's not a natural one. It's something that I don't know, man. I just didn't like it, and I wanted to. I'm glad I read it. Honestly, the story made me cry up, especially at the end. Those last chapters, man, like WTF, But just the way that the characters were written, the way that the dialogue was, the thoughts that they had, the way that they arranged those thoughts, just was not a human form of natural communication. Just didn't capture the humanity of them, but rather the way that Green was trying to show he was one of the greats. Well, anyway, that was my thoughts on The Fault in Our Stars. I will try not to miss another thing. And remember, man, you still have a couple olives to eat. Now, I'm being nice. I'm going to start saying like one of those little jars, but I want the juice and everything, dude. Oh, well, I will talk to you later, buddy. Bye.